What is up, everybody? I'm Mega Short Fuse. Today, we are talking about something that probably everyone's going to be talking about in the near future. Now, what is this video going to address? First and foremost, we are watching Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, which will not be the subject of discussion here, because everything that has to be said about this has already been said. However, I am using the patented Excalibur's Vanguard Two-Face way of playing. And you might want to take note, because this is one of the few ways you can make this extremely fun if you have no friends like me. Now, moving on to the topic at hand. Mass Effect 3. A lot of you have played it, I'm sure. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's March. Nothing comes out except Mass Effect 3. Asura's Wrath, which nobody played, including me, and I was planning on buying that shit. So, all we had now is Mass Effect. Mass Effect. What can you say about Mass Effect 3 that hasn't already been said? Amazing game. Great. It's based great. It's got a great structure, great narrative. All you can expect from BioWare. And then the last 10 minutes happen. This is going to be spoiler heavy. And this is going to say that it's going to be spoiler heavy in the description. You have been warned. Many of us are completely dissatisfied with the way Mass Effect 3 ended. The way Mass Effect 3 ended is by completely and utterly destroying everything you've worked hard for, the whole franchise, basically. Even me, I've played it only on PS3, which means 2 and 3. I still felt completely screwed, and I can't imagine what it would have been like for people who played the whole trilogy. But the ending kind of sucked. Now, you know this. Everybody knows that the ending kind of sucked. Why did the ending suck? There's a million and one theories. My take on it? The ending sucked because it kind of destroyed any prospect of developing the universe any further, because, well, there are no more mass relays. Why? I don't know. Because they willed it to happen? I don't know. The mass relays got destroyed. And remember that you had moral choices to make? Yeah, those were kind of disregarded in favor of color swapping and explosion. So, in terms of that, Mass Effect 3's ending is a horrible cop-out. This, again, strangely enough, is not the topic of discussion here, as you saw from the title. We're here to talk about DLC, the possible DLC. Hear me out on this. Mass Effect 3's ending isn't open at all. It does not bear any... Your choices have no consequence, basically, throughout the whole franchise. Whatever you've done, the ending's always going to be the same, and it's always going to be the same thing, no matter what you do. Okay? It's going to be basically the same thing. Shepard dies, Galaxy gets shut off from itself, and some people may or may not die, and you may or may not take control of the Reapers. Trivial shit. They didn't expand on anything, but again, that's not the point. Remember when Mass Effect 3 launched? From Ashes. Oh man, are people angry about From Ashes. Were and still are in some cases. Me, I don't care. I don't care because a friend of mine told me basically the whole thing. He said it was awesome, and the only thing I can say for certain is that it was not made after the goddamn game was complete, because you do not take a Prothean and be like, hey, let's put a Prothean. Oh wait, we completed work on Mass Effect 3. Let's put a Prothean in it. That's not how it works, BioWare. I'm sorry, or EA. Whoever the hell had influence on this decision. You know? Fine, it's not that bad. It's not like the protein scientist contributes, or the protein contributes anything of use other than being a squad mate. From what I've gathered, he is very interesting as a character, but he doesn't affect any outcomes. That's cool. Now, divert your attention back to the ending. If you have more than 5,000 war assets, and, well, yeah, if you have managed to accumulate more than 5,000 war assets, which you can only do by playing multiplayer, basically, raise your galactic awareness percentage or whatever, you were treated to, I think, a 10 to 15 second cutscene. In that cutscene, it is shown that Shepard is still alive and kicking on Earth. And to get this, you have to destroy the Reapers. Trivial shit. Now, Shepard's alive. Shepard's alive and presumably hasn't even gotten to the Citadel yet, if we're judging by that cutscene, and it's almost certain that it's on Earth. Where am I going with this? Well, think about this. Essentially, the beginning of Mass Effect 3 was DLC. From Ashes is basically the beginning of the whole thing. BioWare have done something genius and yet utterly infuriating, or are about to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be treated to the very first ending DLC. The ending, the actual ending that you wanted, is not part of the game. It's gonna be DLC. Casey Hudson has stated on record that they do not have any plans on altering the end of Mass Effect 3. What does altering mean? Altering means that they will not change anything. They are not going to reverse their decision and reverse what has already been done. However, they can build up on it. They can put stuff on top of that ending for it to make more sense. I present to you what I am dubbing the Closure DLC. Wanted your Shepard to still be alive and get some coherent and, frankly, good resolution to the about 300 hours at least you've put into the Mass Effect franchise? Fret not. For $10 measly, I'm guessing you are going to be able to do that. I'm trying to be as objective as possible here, but I can't help but being a little bit confused and mad. We paid $60 for this. Some of us paid even more. I didn't, but hell, someone did. Someone bought the goddamn collector's edition. And you do not get an ending either way. You do not get a decent ending. You get an ending, but you don't really get anything that reflects anything you've ever done in Mass Effect up until that point. So, what we're gonna get treated to, I'm assuming again, is a DLC in which you wake up on Earth or somewhere along those lines, and you finish the goddamn game. I am torn whether to debate the morals of this thing, cause it's horrible. They have milked Mass Effect for all it's worth. Now, I'm not saying that there was anything bad about the marketing campaign. There are some weird decisions, like adding multiplayer. It's fun, it's trivial, it's stupid, and as you can see, it can be fun if you exploit the shit out of it. But it's not anything special. But they did add it for the sake of dude bros having something to do. Why they would do it, I don't know. And you have to take the Earth back, which hasn't really played any major role besides being, you know, home to us, the people who made this game. So, I don't know, it's still a cool setting. It still makes sense within the confines of the Mass Effect universe. You know, at the very least, it will demoralize Shepard, who is human. Your guess is as good as mine, but yeah, this is what I basically wanted to get across. Mass Effect 3 will have DLC. We know this. And the goddamn ending might as well and will be almost certain that it will be a part of this. You are going to get an ending out of this, but by God, you're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope that was somewhat useful. I apologize for I don't apologize for the ridiculous death, but this is basically how every Vanguard match ends in multiplayer. If at least 2 to 3 people are playing Vanguard, this is how it will always end. In a glorious catastrophe of everyone dying in explosions and stuff. So thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, subscribe. If you've come across this for some strange reason, want to get enlightened on Mass Effect DLC, you're welcome. And hey, jump on board. So I've been Vegas Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and bye-bye.